It's there! Against all the odds! Celebrations out on the pitch!
And yeah, it's white and green, you know what I mean. And maybe the time is right for us to back our team. And maybe it's time for you all to know all of the places we plan to go. And when our future comes to pass, you know we've got the strength to last. And when the old boys shout out loud, heads held high and they stand so proud. And when the bells all ring and the boys all sing for the lads as they take the crown. So don't be down and don't be in distress. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight, tonight.
And what a beautiful sight I've just seen!
And yeah, it's Champions League and you know what we need. And maybe the time is right for us to find our dreams. And maybe it's time for you all to know all of the places we plan to go. And when our future comes to pass, you know we've got the strength to last. And when the old boys shout out loud, heads held high and they stand so proud. And when the bells all ring and the boys all sing for the lads as they take the crown. So don't be down and don't be in distress. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight, tonight. And don't be down and don't be such a mess. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight, tonight.
Against all the odds! Celebrations out on the pitch!
So don't be down and don't be in distress. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight, tonight.
It's there! Against all the odds! Celebrations out on the pitch!
And you're
Are you in preset?
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Park Hall Stadium. Today we are here for the Nathaniel MG Cup semi-final between the... It is top of the Cymru Premier versus top of the Cymru North. It's a big game today. TNS are looking for their third Nathaniel MG Cup win in a row. And after the disappointments of the Welsh Cup campaign this season, they will be desperate to get their hands on some domestic silverware before hopefully retaining their JD Cymru Premier title at the end of this season. But just waiting for the teams to come out now, and I will quickly just bring you the team sheets while we are waiting for them to come out of the tunnel. I will start with the home side. It is number 30, Jack Edwards in goal. The young goalkeeper gets his chance above Nathan Shepherd today. Number 3, Jordan Marshall. Number 4, Dominic Cornish. Number 6, Jack Bodenham. Number 7, Joshua Daniels. Number 11 and captain for today, Adrian Sizlovich. Captain for today, as Daniel Redmond did pick up a knock against Flint. Number 14, Daniel Williams. Number 16, Harrison Maguire, who returns to the team after his absence last week. Number 17, Jordan Williams, the JD Cymru Premier top goal scorer this season. Number 19, Ben Clark. And number 37, the Cardiff City loanee, Isaac Jeffries. I'll just bring you the Llandudno team now. Number 21, Sean Pearson in goal, not to be confused with the former Wrexham captain Sean Pearson. Number 2, Callum Stevens. Number 3 and captain for today, Anthony Stevens. Number 4, Ewan Cartwright. Number 5, Thomas Stevens. Number 6, Ross Weaver. Number 9, Adam Stevens. Number 16, Ben Mayer. Number 17, Joe Four. Number 18, Kieran Smith. And number 20, Jordan Pownell. As I mentioned, Llandudno are currently top of the JD Cymru Premier North, and they're also unbeaten in their 13 league games so far, only dropping 4 points in the league. So they've had a very, very impressive season, and you think they should be returning to the JD Cymru Premier for next season. But this is a real statement for TNS to make here. There's been a few changes to the starting 11, as you can notice, as I mentioned. Number 1 goalkeeper Nathan Shepherd is rested for today's game. Jack Edwards gets his chance. His last appearance was in the Welsh Cup second round against Mold Alexandria away, where he had a really impressive display during that 2-1 win. Adrian Sizlovich, the experienced winger and versatility man for the New Saints, returns as captain today, the number 11. And Isaac Jeffries also returns to number 37. I just want to give a quick shout out to Mike Clark, one of our fans. I hope you're listening, Mike. We all wish you the very best at the New Saints and at the Park Hall for today's game. We all wish you were here, and we're sure you'll be here very soon. We all wish you the best in your recovery. So Sizlovich and Anthony Stevens just move into the officials to shake hands and get this game going. Just a little coin toss, but the one thing I have noticed is it's almost like a family in the Llandudno team. We've got 4 different Stevens is second names wise in their starting 11, so it's going to be a very, very confusing time for me on commentary to work them all out, but I will get there soon enough, I assure you. But look, as I mentioned, TNS will look to make a statement today. They are obviously the favourites going into this game against the team in the division below them, but Llandudno, I think they are pretty much a Cymru Premier side in the form they're in. They haven't lost in the division below, so they are clearly too good for that level. So it'll be interesting today, for sure. And unsurprisingly as well, TNS do go near enough full strength with players like Jack Bodenham, Dan Williams, Dominic Cornish, the top goal scorer Jordan Williams, Isaac Jeffries, Jordan Marshall. They have gone pretty much full strength. I'll also mention it's very good to see behind Jack Edwards' goal a big group of Llandudno fans have made the journey down here from up north. Just going to have a bit of a hostile atmosphere in the first half behind his goal. So it's Dan Williams to take kick-off. Ben Clark will just drive forward straight away off of kick-off. Out to Josh Daniels, back to the overlapping Ben Clark on the right-hand side. Little fake shot to get away from Stevens. He's burst to the byline, plays it against Anthony Stevens, the captain, but it had already gone at that point, and it is a goal kick for Sean Pearson and Llandudno. So, by the way, for me, it's very nice to be back on commentary. Last week it was streamed live on TV, so I couldn't pick the mic up, and there was technical difficulties down in Cardiff Met for the Welsh Cup. third round, so I couldn't commentate then either. So it's very nice to be back, and I'm sure all of you are very happy to be hearing my annoying accent once again. So goal kick here from Pearson. Ben Meyer wins it, tries to flick it on towards Stevens, the number 9, headed forward by Callum Stevens. Second ball bouncing, Justin TNS plays it down the wing to Anthony Stevens, who looked offside that he is blown in the end. Sorry, Adam Stevens. That's going to happen a few times today, I'm afraid. I will mix them up a few times. But it's a free kick for offside to the New Saints. So Botherham leaves it for his goalkeeper. So sent forward by Pearson. Jordan Williams tries to get in front of it, but it's headed down. Headed down again by the number 5, Thomas Stevens. Harrison Maguire on the halfway line. Just has to go safety first and head it out for a throw-in on the halfway line to the away side. Going to be taken by Jordan Pownell. Instead he leaves it for Thomas Stevens. So throws it back to Ross Weaver. First time back to his goalkeeper, who hooks it up the pitch. Flicked on by Llandudno on the chest of Adam Stevens now. He plays it out wide to the number 17, Joe 4. Played forward by Llandudno. It's down to the number 9, Adam Stevens. Bit of a heavy touch from him, but he's into the TNS box, taking himself a little bit too wide there on the byline, so he's going to have to look for support. Hooks it all the way back to his goalkeeper, Anthony Stevens. Up the line back to Adam Stevens. Inside to Joe Foe. Intercepted by Josh Daniels, though, and he's fouled. It looks like a cynical foul as well. The referee, Alex Livesey, gives out the first yellow card of the game for Adam Stevens. Just hear the manager, Jordan Hadaway, for the away side, barking orders at his team. Very much a tactical foul out from Adam Stevens, because TNS were breaking quickly. Poor touch from Josh Daniels. Joe Pownell's onto it straight away. Sent forward. Kieran Smith wins it back for Llandudno. Sizlevich is on that quickly, dives into the tackle as well, and looks like he's won a throw in for his side on the halfway line. He has. Good play from the captain. Daniels inside to Williams, pops it back to Daniels. Forced back to Maguire. One thing I'm noticing in the opening couple of minutes here is that Llandudno are pressing very high, but now it's got space for Jordan Williams to come forward. The captain, Stevens, makes a little interception, but the ball is still with TNS down the left wing now. Heavy pass to Isaac Jeffries. Marshall just put a little bit too much on it, and it will be a Llandudno throw-in. So Marshall wins the first ball, bounces into the midfield, sent forward by Kieran Smith, onto the run of Ben Meyer, but it's all the way back to Jack Edwards, the TNS goalkeeper, who sends it over the halfway line. Anthony Stevens wins the first header. Down to Pownell, back to Stevens. He tries to hook it down the line, but it looks like he's hooked it out of play. He has. Dan Williams now back to Josh Daniels, held up by Kieran Smith, wins a throw in for TNS. Now Ben Clark back to Daniels, inside to Sizlevich, first time down the line to Ben Clark. Crunching tackle from Anthony Stevens on Ben Clark, and the referee's blown for the free kick, much to the bemusement of the Llandudno captain. Short ball from Williams back to Daniels. Now it's with Maguire. There's a switch on if you can see it. He's just clipped it the wrong side now. Pownall wins the first ball. It's still in the air though. Isaac Jeffries gets onto the second ball. Now it's back with Jordan Marshall. Marshall back to Bodenham. Edwards short into midfield. Sislovic tries to spread it towards Harrison Mackay, but the loose ball's picked up by Josh Daniels. Sent forward. Anthony Stevens with the interception. Corness though picks up the loose pieces and tidies up the possession for TNS, who've been a little bit sloppy so far on the ball. They're playing in their own penalty area here. Marshall back to Bodenham. He tries to hook it up the line to Isaac Jeffries. Good pass as well. Jeffries pops it inside to Marshall. Back to Jeffries, who's dropped in deep there. Now to Bodenham. You can just see the Llandudno are trying to press TNS high up the pitch in their final third. Now Isaac Jeffries, who's dropped into more of a left-back position here. Forced back by Stevens. Jeffries pops it inside to Sislovic, but it's intercepted by Weaver. Now it's with Pownall on the right wing. He can put an early ball into the back post. Jack Edwards comes to claim it. He misses it, but luckily for him, it was over Adam Stevens' head as well. Cleared. Up the line, bounces into midfield for Dan Williams. He tries to clip one over the top, looking for the run of Jordan Williams. Goalkeeper Pearson's off his line quickly though. Good goalkeeping from him. But again, that is the danger of the TNS quality. Just to break the lines very quickly. It just takes one pass to break the line. It's the high line of Llandudno. Across to Isaac Jeffries. Jeffries looking for the overlapping run. Instead he cuts inside and gets a shot away. Headed by Stevens, the number 5. Jeffries tries to flick it back out wide to Marshall. It eventually gets to him. Now it's with Corness. Being pressed by Callum Stevens. Goes back to the halfway line to Bodenham. Bodenham to Marshall. Marshall, little cut inside. Asking for a foul, but he's not going to get it. And the ball's up to Adam Stevens. Harrison Mackay, though, really good recovery pace from the TNS defender. And they have possession once again. Just for a second there, it looked like Adam Stevens, number 9 for Llandudno, was going to be in on goal there, but Mackay came right across from right centre half to the left back area to intercept. It was really good play from him. Now it's with Jack Edwards into midfield for Sislovic. There's so much space for him now to drive forward over the halfway line. Spreads it out wide. Isaac Jeffries wants to go one-on-one, but his touch is heavy and it'll roll out for a goal kick. So Sean Pearson's goal kick here. So forward by Pearson. Clark wins the first ball. Sislovic tries to flick it onto the left wing area. Headed away by Stevens. Big header from Bodenham. It looks like a head injury on Adam Stevens. It wasn't a foul. It was a really, really strong header from Jack Bodenham. Just left a little bit on Callum Stevens, but it looks like he's okay. Sent forward. Bodenham wins the first header, but it's down to Pownall, the number 20. Good defending from corner. Sent forward, but Stevens will pick the ball at the number 5. Tries to play it forward. Loose pass from him, though, and Mackay can intercept. And now TNS have possession once again with their goalkeeper. Edwards to Mackay. Back to Edwards. He sends it long, looking to go over the top. Cartwright heads it down into Kieran Smith's feet. Out wide to Pownall. Back to Smith, being pressed by Jeffries. This good play from the experienced number 18 in midfield. Stevens plays it forward into the feet of Callum Stevens. Intercepted again by Smith, but the loose ball's with Jordan Marshall. Sislovic. Mackay. Out to Josh Daniels, back to Mackay. Jack Edwards just taking his time here. Sizlovic. Looks like he was shoved in the back by Anthony Stevens. He was, and he wins a free kick just in front of the centre circle. Played into the feet of Jordan Williams. Good defending from Weaver. Adam Stevens now. To Kieran Smith. Smith out to Anthony Stevens. He tries to play it forward towards Meyer, but it's intercepted by Harrison Maguire. Now Corness, first time flick out to Isaac Jeffries. Jeffries pops it back to Marshall. Jeffries into Corness. TNS get the ball away again though. Stevens plays it forward. Onto Callum Stevens. Little touch inside by Cartwright. Into midfield for Kieran Smith. Anthony Stevens now out wide to Joe Foe. Now Adam Stevens. But Kieran Smith flicks it down the wing, looking for the runner Joe Foe, the number 17. But he's offside, and it'll be a free kick to the New Saints. Looks like it's gone out for a TNS throw in. It has. So Josh Daniels will have it in the right back position. Sizlovic. Ben Clark. Maguire. Just 13 minutes into this game so far. Still 0-0. But the second division side are starting to cause TNS a few problems. They've been sloppy in possession, the home side. I don't think they've had a shot on goal just yet. There hasn't been for either side. Jack Edwards swipes out that clearance and it'll go out for a throw-in. Cartwright back to Stevens. Stevens up to Adam Stevens. He flicks it down the line to Callum Stevens. An awfully confusing triangle, but I got the gist of it in the end. It's intercepted by Isaac Jeffries anyway, who sends it forward, looking for the over-the-top ball of Jordan Williams, but it's really good defending from the captain, Anthony Stevens, inside to Cartwright. Out to Kieran Smith. The experienced man has been making a lot of move in midfield. He's just dropping into those little pockets. Up forward to Meyer. Harrison Maguire with a tackle though, and it'll go out for a throw-in. Great atmosphere behind the TNS goal from the Llandudno fans. So it's sent forward, the long throw in, headed onto the edge of the box. Bounces to Mayer, but he's got a lot of green and white shirts around him. Nice little touch from him though to get a bit of space on the left wing. First time cross from Stevens, flicked away by Jack Botherham, but Pownall will get on the second ball, heads it back to Stevens, number 5. Out to Pownall, tries to play the 1-2, but intercepted by Dan Williams. And now Jordan Williams, lovely skill to get away from Kieran Smith. He spreads it out wide too. Sizlovic, great skill that from Jordan Williams. A little flick over the head of Kieran Smith. Now Daniels, but he's held up by Foe. Ben Clark, Sizlovic. Ben Clark. Good run from him, but Myers held him up well. Ben Clark, lovely little drop of the shoulder to try and get the cross in. Stevens heads it away. Jordan Marshall pick up the loose ball though. Puts a cross back into the box, headed away again by Pownall. Dan Williams flicks it back out to Jordan Marshall. Good play this from TNS. Back on the halfway line though with Bodenham. Dan Williams tries to slot it through. Stevens makes the interception though. Pownall onto Cartwright on the right wing. He pops it inside. Maguire with some good strength, but he's put it out for a throw-in. TNS making a change. Isaac Jeffries is coming off with an injury for Jack Nadine. Be a shame that for Jeffries to come out so early. I just wonder if it'll be a little bit of a change of shape for the New Saints. Just missing that pace from Jeffries. So Craig Harrison forced into an early substitution. I didn't actually see the injury, but I just see him holding his hip as he went off. So we'll hope that isn't a serious one for the Cardiff man. Stevens tries to put a cross in. It's played against Jordan Marshall, and it'll go out for a corner for Llandudno. So corner from the captain here for Llandudno, right in front of their fans. It's a good delivery as well, right on top of Jack Edwards, but it's headed away by Bodenham, only as far as Meyer. He gets it back out to Stevens onto his left foot. Good defender from TNS to force him back to the halfway line. Pownell will send it back forward though. Jack Edwards comes to claim it, drops it, but TNS deal with it in the end, and now Sizlovic can come away with the ball and get his team out. TNS to Marshall. Marshall into the feet of the substitute Nadeem with his first touch of the game. There's a switch on if you can see it. Dan Williams switches it on to onto Josh Daniels. Daniels tries to play up the line to Sizlovic, but Kieran Smith has tracked it all the way and gets it back to his goalkeeper. Pearson sends it forward. Magai tries to pop it into Williams first time, but the loose ball was intercepted by Meyer. Sent forward to Adam Stevens, but luckily Jack Bodenham dealt with it well and spares his centre-half partner some blush. Spares the blushes of Harrison Magai. Sent forward now by Jack Nadine. It's 3-on-2 here on the TNS side. See the switch. Marshall cuts it back to the edge of the box. Dan Williams has scored. It's 1-0 to the New Saints. Brilliant counter-attack from the New Saints. They won the ball back high up the pitch, and it ended up being a 3-on-2 down the left side. Williams plays it back to Jordan Marshall, the overlapping left back. His cutback was originally intended for Jordan Williams, but it's just behind him. But the oncoming number 8 sort of midfielder, Dan Williams, follows up onto the penalty spot. First time side of the foot into the bottom left corner, and just like that, it's a little bit against the run of play, to be fair. It's TNS's first shot of the game, their first shot on target of the game, and they are 1-0 up. That just shows the quality of these sort of players, though. Llandudno punished for giving the ball away on the halfway line, and it is 1-0 to the Nathaniel MG Cup holders. So TNS have got their goal in the first half. It's what Craig Harrison would have wanted from his side. It was just a devastating from TNS, just showing their quality there. First time we've really seen them move the ball very quickly in the Llandudno final third. And I think the away side shouldn't let their heads drop from that, because they have been causing a few issues for the New Saints. Josh Daniels pops it into Ben Clark's feet, and there's a run down the right wing for Dan Williams, but he's put way too much on that, and it'll roll out for a goal kick. So it's sent forward by Pearson. It's a bit of a bundle of players on the halfway line. It's bounced out to Llandudno. Now Adam Stevens, who's, despite playing number 9 for the away side, he is kind of free roaming in that front three. He's kind of just picking up positions all over the pitch, especially in the final third. He's currently on the halfway line. He's playing like the Harry Kane role instead of dropping deep, trying to be a bit more of just a ball player than a number 9. Pownell, little nutmeg on Marshall. Callum Stevens back to the halfway line to Thomas Stevens. He goes inside to Kieran Smith. He tries to hook it first time up to Callum Stevens, who pushes Jordan Marshall on the back quite cynically, really. And it'll be a free kick to the New Saints. Jack Edwards now. Lovely pass to Sizovic, and it's an even better touch from the captain. And now he can break towards goal. Plays it through to Jordan Williams. His touch is poor, though. Such a big opportunity for TNS to double their lead. Such a really, really good pass from Jack Edwards. But always known as a ball-playing goalkeeper. Superb pass to Sizovic, and it was a Bergkamp-esque first touch away from his marker. And Jordan Williams' touch is just uncharacteristically poor. Sent forward to Meyer, though. His touch is loose, and Jack Botham will intercept and play it back to his goalkeeper. Edwards send it forward. Sizlovic is going to be underneath it again, but Stevens will win it first. Dan Williams in midfield, leaves it for Corness. Maguy, Corness, back to Maguy. Marshall into Sizlovic. Sizlovic pops it first time out wide, back to Marshall. Good play from the captain. Marshall back to Corness on the halfway line. He gets it forward to Nadine. Out wide on the left wing to Jordan Williams. His little nutmeg on Weaver isn't enough, though. Thomas Stevens will intercept it. Pearson will send it into the midfield. Mayer's in front of it. Good touch from him. Back to Kieran Smith. First time to hit from him to Adam Stevens. Good play from the away side to play out from the back. Stevens tries to clip one over to Callum Stevens. Bounce it out to Meyer, though. It's into the midfield for Cartwright, number 4. Back to Weaver. Anthony Stevens falls back to his goalkeeper. First time into Weaver's feet. Thomas Stevens sends it over the top. Callum Stevens into Adam Stevens. Back to Callum Stevens. Now it's out wide. Adam's made a really good run to the right wing. He can put a cross into the box. Plays it against Jack Botham, and it's out for a corner for the away side. So the corner here from Anthony Stevens. It's another good delivery from him. Headed away by Botham again, though. Meyer flicks it back out to his captain, who puts a first-time ball back into the back post. Great ball, but Harrison Maguire will head it away. Ben Clark onto Corness. No one forward for TNS, though, so it's back to Nadine. Nadine has to try and send it forward on his weaker foot, but he puts it out for a throw-in. Cartwright with Stevens, 1-2 between the two of them. There's a switch on if you can see it. Plays it simple instead, but he gives the ball away. Jordan Marshall with a great interception, and he tries to clip one over the top to Sizlovic, but a bit of miscommunication between the two. It'll go out straight for Pearson, the goalkeeper. Botham with a great header again. Stevens is offside, flagged straight away. TNS tried to take the free kick quickly, but Liv see the referee just having a little chat with Callum Stevens. And now play will continue. They can take the free kick. Bothernham try and clip it down the left wing for the run of Jordan Williams. Good interception from Weaver though, but he gives the ball away. And now it's with Dan Williams. He can switch it onto Josh Daniels, who comes forward. Out wide to Sizlovic. Sizlovic puts a wicked ball into the box, but it's intercepted by Mayer. It's back into the midfield for Ben Clark. Clark into the back post. The run of the substitute Jack Nadine, and he just gets his feet wrong. Misses the ball, but he's going to get onto it eventually. Hooks it back to Jordan Marshall, and the attack's back on into the box. Headed away by Kieran Smith. Cornes tries to bring it down. His touch is loose. And now it's with Adam Stevens. There's a ball over the top if he can see it. Tries to go for Foe. Bit of miscommunication between Jack Edwards and Harrison Mackay, but they deal with it between each other eventually. Marshall. Jack Nadine. Nadine through to Jordan Williams. He's onside as well. Tries to go round Sean Pearce, and he has, and he will score here. It's going to be 2-0. Jordan will just walk the ball into the net, and the JD Cumbria Premier top goal scorer puts TNS 2-0 up. It's an assist for the substitute Jack Nadine, forced on because of an injury to Isaac Jeffries, and he makes an instant impact, the substitute. It's a great pass from Jack Nadine, but it's a really good run from Jordan Williams to just break the offside trap. Completely beats it. Defenders are stood still, looking, waiting for the line-out to flag. He doesn't know, and it just means Jordan Williams can comfortably walk it round Sean Pearson, and he eventually walks it into the net as well. And Jordan Williams continues his goal-scoring streak. I'm pretty sure that's 18 goals now in all competitions for the Whiston-born man. So it is TNS 2, Llandudno 0. And those are the sort of chances Llandudno couldn't afford to really give up. It was sloppy defending from them. I think they just didn't play to the whistle. They all stood still, assuming the flag would go up. It doesn't, and you can't give Jordan Williams 10 yards of space to run through one-on-one, because he just simply isn't going to miss that in the form he's in. Jack Nadine tries to clip it forward. Meyer with the handball to block it though, and he takes that free kick quickly. TNS looking to get on with this. They're looking to kill this game before half time. Meyer though wins the ball back. It's a big mistake from Cornes. Edwards makes the save, and he pushes it eventually onto the bar. Shaky moment for the New Saints then. It was a poor strike really from, I think it was Adam Stevens. Jack Edwards dives early, it hits his leg, and for a second I thought it was going to loop into the back of the net, but it loops onto the back of the crossbar and goes out for a corner. So TNS get away with a corner here instead of Llandudno getting straight back into this game. Meyer into the box. Bothernham again wins that header. Mackay's going to try and stop it from going out for a throw, and he does. Plays it up the line looking for Josh Daniels' run. Pownell will get it back to his goalkeeper though. Pearson back to Pownell. Sorry, it's Joe Foe. Foe sends it, clears to clip it forward. Marshall wins the first ball. Stevens heads it down though. Back to Anthony Stevens. Tries to play a reverse ball onto Adam Stevens' run. It looks like he's onside. He's managed to keep it in to Pownell now, the number 20. He puts a ball into the box. Jack Edwards though is quick off his line. It's good goalkeeping from him. So 30 minutes into this game, 50 minutes left of the first half. It is currently 2-0 to the New Saints. Sizlovic, brilliant little clip to switch it over to Dan Williams, and now he can come over the halfway line from the right wing position. Pops it into Jordan Williams' feet. Jordan Williams onto the run of Dan Williams, but Kieran Smith gets back quickly. And it's a nice little bit of play from Llandudno. But it looks like Jordan Williams, just his heavy, quick press onto Joe Foe, kicks it against him and puts it out for a TNS throw-in. Really good play from Jordan Williams actually to win the throw-in there. Sizlovic pops it back to Josh Daniels, little Ronaldo chop inside into Ben Clark's feet. Sizlovic can put a cross in now. Headed away by Weaver. Dan Williams on the back stick. Plays it against Kieran Smith, who looks like he's rolled his ankle from trying to block the shot. It doesn't look like a good one. He's gone down in quite a bit of pain. This isn't what Llandudno will want to see. It does look like he's in quite a bit of pain, the experienced central midfielder. As he just received some treatment here. I'm not sure if he's rolled his ankle or not. It looked like he did from the block shot from Dan Williams. And he did signal instantly from the original contact and go down to the floor. I think he has rolled his ankle here, and I'll be surprised if he carries on, really. Kieran Smith just limping off here. I'm not sure if he's going to continue or not just yet. Looks like he's going to try to, actually. Yeah, he is. He's going to come back on after the corner's taken, but currently Llandudno down to 10 men as they try and defend this set piece. Jack Nadine tries to play it into the front post, headed away by Meyer. Stevens flicks it on. Foe sends it further. Ben Clark intercepts, though. It's a hooked ball to the left wing. He was onside, though, Jack Nadine. It comes to him. He cuts in, gets a shot away, and it's a good save from Pearson. Good header from Bothenham. Callum Smith all over him, but referee hasn't seen it. It looks like Jordan Williams is beating the offside trap again here. No, he's just offside. Just tries it again. But you can see the run that Jordan Williams is trying to make. He's done the same run as his first goal, but I think he just went a second earlier than when he scored. Pearson sends it forward. Bothenham is beaten in the air, though, by Callum Stevens. It bounces to him on the edge of the box, gets a shot away. It's a really good strike from Stevens, and it just goes wide. Had to really readjust his body there to get the volley off. But it just goes wide of the right post of Jack Edwards' goal. Played short into midfield by Jack Edwards. Dan Williams on to Bothenham. He tries to hook it forward, intercepted by Cartwright, and now it's with Adam Stevens. He tries to play it onto the run of Pownall, but just a bit miscommunication between the two. Trying to be too clever, the number 9, and it'll go out for a goal kick. So Bothenham sends that forward. Williams battling with Weaver. He hooks it back to his goalkeeper. Pearson with a touch. Tries to beat Sizlovic. Actually good feet from the goalkeeper, but he's giving it away in midfield to Jack Nadine. He gets it on back to Jack Nadine now. Good 1-2 between him and Williams. Spreads it to Josh Daniels' overlapping run. Daniels tries to put it in the box. Blocked by Foe. Into midfield for Clark. Back to Corness. Out to Jordan Marshall. Marshall back to Corness. Ben Clark, now Corness again. Hooks a lovely ball over the top to Jack Nadine's run. First time over across the box. Stevens clears it. Pownell keeps it in. And now it's in midfield for Weaver. Tries to send it forward. Blocked though by Dan Williams, and the loose ball is with Jack Botherham. Now to Corness. Botherham spreads it to Josh Daniels. Magai. Sizlovic onto the run of Josh Daniels. Kieran Smith plays it against Daniels and wins a throw in for the away side. Good play from him. Looks like he's recovered from that earlier injury. So with 37 minutes in here, 8 minutes plus added for still half time. Stevens, flicked on by Callum Stevens. Botherham wins the first ball and puts it out for a Llandudno throw-in. Sent forward by Botherham, brought down by Thomas Stevens onto Kieran Smith. Has to readjust his feet, the centre midfielder, but it's sent forward by Weaver. Daniels wins the first header. Clark brings it down in midfield, being pressed by Adam Stevens. Eventually gives the ball out to Kieran Smith, but Clark recovers well and wins it back. And it looks like a foul out there on by Joe Foe on Josh Daniels. It is, so it'll be a free kick to the New Saints. Magai sends it forward first time. Jordan Williams, great first touch, and he might be in on goal again here. One-on-one with Pearson, and it's a good save from the goalkeeper. It was on Jordan Williams' weaker foot, but great pass from Harrison Magai to spot the run of Jordan Williams. He's just constantly playing on the shoulder of the Llandudno last man, and the intelligence of Jordan Williams is just allowing him to continuously beat the offside trap. I think that's something that the Llandudno coaching staff have to deal with at half time between them and their players, to work out how to stop Jordan Williams from making that run. Whether they play deeper or not, they are playing a very high line. Corness short to Clark. Clark back to Corness. He puts it into the box. Great header from Josh Daniels. It looks like he was offside though. Just literally whistled past the top right post. But it looks like it's going to be a free kick for offside. Josh Daniels not really known for his heading ability, but what a goal that would have been if it found the back of the net. Unfortunately, it was offside anyway. Pearson sends it forward. Magai battling, but Josh Daniels wins the first ball. Weaver battling with Jordan Williams. Thomas Stevens puts the ball up into midfield. Corness heads it back forward. Nadine with a lovely backheel flick to Marshall. He tries to clip it onto the run of Dan Williams, but it's intercepted by Weaver, who puts it out for a throw-in. And it's the Gantry as well. That's nearly at me. That's quite impressive actually, but a brilliant quick throw-in from the New Saints. Dan Williams tries to cut it back to Jordan Williams, but it's intercepted well by Joe Foe, who got back. Great thinking from Jordan Marshall though. Played forward by Llandudno. Botherham tries to intercept the first ball. Forward to Cartwright. His glancing header to Callum Stevens. Onto Pownell. And now they could be in here if he gets the pass right. Adam Stevens being held up by Josh Daniels. He's forced wide. And then he gives the ball away eventually. And now it's with Marshall. But that was probably Llandudno's best chance of the game to get forward. Marshall pops it inside deep to Jordan Williams, who plays the 1-2 with him, and Marshall's onside here. I think he is. Just look, he's got so much time to make the decision. Onto Dan Williams. Williams tries to play it. They're just trying to do too much. Jordan Williams gets his shot away from the edge of the box, and it just whistles past the post. It's out for a goal kick. Just TNS trying to be too clever. Dan Williams didn't need to pass that ball. He should have just hit it himself. Tries to lay it off to Sizlovic, and it allowed Joe Foe to get back and intercept for Llandudno. It really should be 3-0 there to the New Saints. Dan Williams was trying to be unselfish. Should have just taken the shot on himself. It was great play between Jordan Williams and Jordan Marshall, though, down the left wing to create a chance. There's so much time there. I think Marshall could have even taken the shot on himself. Pearson's goal kick up to the halfway line. Callum Stevens drops in there. Bodenham wins the header, but he's given a free kick, the referee. I don't really know what for. I don't think there's much of a foul in that. So Meyer with the free kick now. Maguy. Looks like a foul right on the edge of the box. I can't see what he's given here. Yeah, it's a free kick on the edge of the box. And a yellow card for Dan Williams. I'm not really sure what for, to be honest with you, but it's in a really dangerous position, this. I know Anthony Stevens is a very good set-piece taker. It might just be a little bit too far out to shoot. It's about 28 yards, maybe just under that. Meyer's also going to fancy this. I think this is more of a right-footer's angle. Obviously, Stevens, the captain, a left-footer. But I think he fancies this to number 3. Meyer will also fancy this. Jack Edwards got 3 men in his wall. He's definitely got a shoot here. It's definitely going to be a shot from Stevens. Around the wall, but it takes a deflection off the wall and over the net, and it'll be a corner for Llandudno. 2 minutes left of normal time in this first half. It's currently 2-0 to the New Saints in this Nathaniel MG Cup semi-final. Thanks to goals from Jordan Williams and Dan Williams. So Meyer with the corner, but referee's blown up for a little bit of pushing and shoving in the 6-yard box. Meyer into the front post. Looks like a foul on Jordan Williams, and it is given. Just a little bit of a little push in the back from it. Looked like Callum Stevens on the front post. Looks like Stevens has booted the ball away as well. Referee hasn't seen it though. Edwards sends it forward. Pownell wins the first ball and sends it straight back towards the TNS backline. But Marshall's got plenty of time to think about this now. He hooks it up the line. Stevens heads it forward into Cartwright. His touch is loose though. Corness is onto it. Good strength from Pownell though to see off Corness, and it'll be a Thomas Stevens throw in here on the halfway line. He plays it back to Weaver. Sizlovic will press him. Goes back to Thomas Stevens. Sent forward by Llandudno. It's a bit of a swipe clearance from Bodenham, but I think he's actually meant to play it to Josh Daniels there. It's actually a really brilliant bit of skill from Jack Bodenham. You don't really see that from him. Marshall sends it forward, but if Thomas Stevens will intercept and hook it first time to Adam Stephen with a great first touch as well. Good interception from Bodenham though, and he keeps it in as well. Sizlovic now pops it back to Bodenham, who's probably been TNS's best player, the central defender. Williams, Sizlovic, back to Bodenham. Marshall sends it forward. Weaver will head it down. There's 2 minutes of additional time in this first half. Anthony Stevens sends it forward into Callum Stevens' feet. Back to Weaver. Weaver onto Thomas Stevens. He goes up to Pownell. He sends it forward to Meyer, being trapped by Ben Clark. Clark with a good bit of recovery pace, and he does well to win it back, Ben Clark. He sends it forward, takes a little deflection on the way, so Cartwright wins it. Smith back to Weaver, into Cartwright's feet now, 25 yards away from the TNS goal. Tries to play it through to Joe Foe, but it's way too much on that ball, and it'll go straight through to Jack Edwards, who rolls it quickly to Josh Daniels. TNS look to get on their way quickly here. Daniels inside to Sizlovic. Back to his goalkeeper. Edwards, long ball over the top. It looks like Jordan Williams was onside, but it'll go to Pearson. It's good goalkeeping from him to just pick it up right on the edge of his own box. Just a risk of a handball there, but he got inside quickly enough. And now it's with Thomas Stevens, the right back for Llandudno. Hooks it forward to Adam Stevens' feet, and the number 9 is dropping really deep here. He's in the defensive midfield position, but he's done some lovely skill to beat 2 TNS players and spreads it out wide to Callum Stevens. Onto Joe Foe. There's an overlapping run coming from Anthony Stevens, if you can see it. He does, but he's just had to halt his run there, so he hasn't got much power in the cross, so instead he plays it back to Kieran Smith. Smith tries to deliver it to the back post. The loose ball's into Jordan Williams, though, and there could be a bit of a counter on here. Cynical foul from Thomas Stevens, and I think he'll go into the book there. Yeah, it's a nasty little tackle from him on Jack Nadine, very late, and he is booked. The third booking of the game. So this might be the last action of the first half. A long ball from Jack Edwards from this free kick. And that is the last action of this first half. We go in at half-time. TNS 2, Llandudno Town FC 0. Thanks to goals from Dan Williams. A lovely little move from TNS to cut it back to him on the edge of the box from Jordan Marshall. And he finished it first time as the bottom left corner. And the second goal came from a great pass from Jack Nadine to break the offside trap onto Jordan Williams' run, and he's able to take it round Sean Pearson and literally walk it into the net to put TNS 2-0 to the good here going in at half-time. Llandudno have caused problems. They've been good in possession, but they've given 2 sloppy goals away, and that is all we've seen for the first half so far. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 15 minutes for the coverage of the second half.
It's there! Against all the odds! Celebrations out on the pitch! It's there! Against all the odds! Celebrations out on the pitch!
And yeah, it's white and green, you know what I mean. And maybe the time is right for
Yeah, you probably hit the magnification system in the viewfinder where it focuses in, zooms in. Yeah, you could live off the basically, and it's a switch. Blue sky camera,
So both teams are emerging from the tunnel for this second half. Welcome back, everybody. It is currently 2-0 to the New Saints in this Nathaniel MG Cup semi-final. The holders from last season looking in good stead to reach the final for the third year in a row. Doesn't look like either team has made a substitution so far, as both teams come out. Just looking for Craig Harrison, the TNS manager, making his way across the pitch. And a few more of the staff members from Llandudno, and we'll get this second half underway. So far it's been a very professional performance from TNS. They started the game a little bit sloppy in the first 10 minutes, but since then they've bounced back and been the dominant side in terms of on the ball. I'm just moving it quicker. It was a bit slow in the first 10 minutes of the first half from TNS, a bit more lethargic, but they've snapped out of that and they've started moving the ball with a little bit more intensity, and they've got 2 goals to show for it. They should have had 3, really. There's a brilliant passing interchange between Jordan Williams and Jordan Marshall at the end of the first half. Marshall squares it towards Dan Williams, who decided to try and be unselfish and a bit cheeky and flick it onto Sizlovic on the right side, but it was blocked by Llandudno. There was so much time for TNS there. There was 3-on-1 on the box at one point. They should have put themselves 3-0 up going into the second half, but it's currently still 2-0. You think the next goal in this game is so important. Llandudno can get back into this and just get a bit more of a spring in their step. They'll believe they can get back into this. So they're not used to losing this season. They're unbeaten in the JD Cymru Premier, the Cymru North. As we get the second half underway with Anthony Stevens, who sends it forward with his weaker right foot. Ben Clark just swipes at that. It's more up than out. Jordan Marshall deals with the second ball down to Cartwright. Bothernham intercepts to Marshall. Marshall's touch is a bit loose. It looks like it's gone out for throw and it hasn't. We carry on with play. Sizlovic's touch is loose though. Stevens plays it back to Pearson, the goalkeeper. He pumps it forward. First time Jack Edwards has got to get to there, and he does. Just out of his box here, but plays it up the line to Josh Daniels. My guy up to Dan Williams. Tries a little scorpion flick. It's bounced back into midfield though. Corness has possession now. Clark first time back to Bothernham. Into midfield for Nadine. His pass is loose, but Ben Clark will get on the second ball. Clark just easily dances through 2 midfielders there, and it's sent forward by Jordan Williams, but I don't think he saw the Dan Williams that dropped back instead of making the run on. Llandudno glancing flick on, and Stevens has got him behind here. He's on the right wing though, and he's on his own, so he's taking the angle very tight. Tries to cut it back. Still not clear. Pownell gets a shot away. Still not clear from TNS. Now it's eventually cleared into midfield. Kieran Smith wins the second ball though. That was probably Llandudno's best opportunity, and it came from nothing really. Delivered by Foe. Callum Smith free header, and they're back into the game. Callum Stevens gets Llandudno back in the game, and that is not the start TNS would have wanted to this second half. It's a great ball from Joe Foe onto Callum Stevens' head, and he's just completely unmarked in the 6-yard box. It's a glancing header across goal, and Llandudno are back into this game just like that. Only a couple of minutes into this second half, and it is game on at the Parkall Stadium. Craig Harrison will be fuming with how his team have started this second half, and just like Meyer is down in the TNS half with a bit of an injury. He's really limping this off. I think he's done his knee. Meyer just limped back to the halfway line, but he suddenly sprinted again, so not sure what that was all about, but played forward. Kieran Smith intercepts Anthony Stevens. Now it's with Joe Foe. Sent forward again by Stevens. Onto the winner, Callum Stevens. Jav Bothernham wins the first header, and it's out for a throw-in. But this is what I said, the first goal in this second half was so important, and now Llandudno believe they can get something out of this game. TNS might just have to ride a little bit of a wave of pressure for the next 10 minutes or so. Given away by Llandudno, but they'll press high. Josh Daniels now at right back into midfield, but Cartwright heads it down. Loose balls into Corness's feet, who tries to whip one over the top to Sizlovic, but Stevens heads it back to his goalkeeper calmly, and he'll roll it back to Thomas Stevens. Up the line to Adam Stevens' run, but he can't keep it in play, and it's out for a throw-in. Thomas Stevens forward. Ben Clark with the interception. Sends it forward to Jordan Williams, and his touches are just a bit loose, and Weaver will clear it. Ben Clark heads it back forward, though. Jack Nadine flicks it on. Weaver wins it, though. Good switch from Cartwright. Jack Nadine's still down off the ball, but he's back onto his feet now, the substitute. It's a high ball, and it will go out for a throw-in on the halfway line for the New Saints. Great ball from Dan Williams to switch it to Jordan Marshall. Now Jack Nadine. Back to Jordan Marshall. Jack Nadine tries to play it through to Jordan Williams. It's a good ball from Jack Nadine, but Williams can't control it. Josh Daniels gets the interception in midfield. Anthony Stevens forced to just hook it out for a throw-in. Josh Daniels. Dan Williams being pressed by Kieran Smith. Tries to get it up the line, but he's put it out for throw-in. Sent forward. The loose ball's going to bounce to Harrison Maguire, who plays it back to his goalkeeper. There's a free ball the other side to Jordan Marshall, but he's going to be pressed by two Llandudno shirts. But he plays it forward into Jack Nadine's feet, who gets away from Cartwright. Llandudno still pressing, but TNS still have the ball, playing well here. It's a good interception from Cartwright, and they'll go out for a TNS throw in the left back area. Just seeing Llandudno got a bit of a spring in their step, understandably, as they got back in the game. Corners. Marshall fouled by Meyer. There's a switch on if Bodenham can see it. Josh Daniels is completely free. He hasn't seen him just yet. Pumps it forward, Bodenham. First header by Thomas Stevens, flicked on by Cartwright. Pownell tries to keep it in, but he fails to do so, so it will go out for a throw-in on the halfway line to the New Saints. It's given away by the New Saints for a throw-in on the halfway line, this time to Llandudno. Switched out wide by Llandudno to Foe. Kieran Smith plays it up the line to Mayer's run. He lets it bounce across his body. Josh Daniels gets back well though, but it's won back by Foe. Foe looks to beat Josh Daniels, but it's strong, the TNS right back. Now it's with Sizlovic. Tight in that corner. Josh Daniels clears it in the end. Anthony Stevens plays it forward again. Ben Clark was the first header. Corners now. Nadine tries to get it to Sizlovic, but he gives the ball away. Foe coming forward, asking for the foul, and they get it eventually. So it's a free kick in a dangerous position here again for Llandudno to deliver a ball into the box. Meyer puts the ball into the box. First header's won by Josh Daniels, but it's into the back stick, and it looks like there's an offside in there. It is. There'll be a free kick to the New Saints. Edwards sends it forward. Jordan Williams trying to hold up Weaver, but he gets the ball in the end of the Llandudno defender. It's back to Sean Pearson. He sends it long. Marshall wins the first header. Second by Kieran Smith, though, and it's headed on to Adam Stevens, who looked offside, but he leaves it for Meyer, who was onside. Tries to put it into the box. Clark blocks. Now it's with Stevens. Still got the ball. Llandudno, good play from Meyer. Puts the ball into the back post, but it's straight into the hands of Jack Edwards. Good goalkeeping from him. Edwards with a long ball onto Sislovic. Stevens wins the first header, though. Foe now. Good tackle from Dan Williams. Sislovic, great skill to beat a few players. He's beat another one, and then it's fouled by Weaver. Brilliant play from the TNS captain. Beat 3 players there. Just a lovely bit of skill from Sislovic, showing what he used to do at Wrexham 10 years ago. It's what I remember on the terraces as a kid. Sislovic has stayed down, though, with just for a little bit of a knock from that foul. I think he should be okay. Might have just taken the wind out of him a little bit. So Weaver's gone into the book here for the foul on Sislovic. Yeah, it looks like Sislovic just winded a little bit from that tackle. Corness leaves it for Nadine to take. It's a good ball as well. Second ball's going to bounce to Dan Williams on the left wing area. He's being held up by Pownell. Forced to go to Corness, who puts the ball back into the box. First time, free header at the back post for Bodenham. He was offside anyway, but he really should have done better with it. Completely free header for Jack Bodenham from an offside position, so it's a free kick to Llandudno, but I thought he should have done better with the header anyway. He should be getting them on target. Sorry for that, just the TNS manager Craig Harrison asking me if the analyst James Doolan was up here. Clark wins the first header from the goal kick. Headed down by Cartwright. Daniels tries to bring it down, battling with Stevens. Don't know which Stevens it was. It looked like Adam Stevens. Free kick given away by Josh Daniels. So it's a free kick in the centre circle for Llandudno. So May will take this free kick into Stevens' feet. He's beat the offside trap, he has, and he's put it in the back of the net, but he's flagged offside. It's a let off for TNS that. For a second, Llandudno's captain thought he got them back into this game. So Jack Edwards' long ball over the top. First header won by Stevens. It's hit. He's gone down with a head injury off the ball. Brought down by Josh Daniels. Up the line to Dan Williams. Williams battling with Callum Stevens, and the free kick's given the other way to TNS. Dan Williams has stayed down from the tackle, but he's going to get back to his feet slowly. Callum Stevens goes into the book for that tackle. Anthony Stevens just down off the ball. He's got back to his feet though, the Llandudno captain. So Cornish to deliver this free kick into the back post. Stevens wins the head of the captain and he's won a free kick for his side as well as Botham just pushes him in the back. So free kick here for Llandudno. Sean Pearson to take. Botham wins the first header into Dan Williams' feet. Nadine into Ben Clark, who's got a bit of space in midfield now. He can spread it out wide to Sizlovic. Josh Daniels is going to make the overlap and run around him as well. Chooses to use the Irishman. Sizlovic. Daniels back to Sizlovic. Lovely pass through the legs of Pound to Foe onto Jordan Williams' run now. Good tackle from Thomas Stevens, but he hooks it out for a TNS corner. Great interchange between Daniels and Sizlovic there. And the captain, Anthony Stevens, has gone down again for Llandudno. So, currently 60 minutes, just over 60 minutes into this game. It's 2-1 to the New Saints. Callum Stevens getting his team back into this game. And the second semi-final of the Nathaniel MG Cup kicks off at past 5. Cambrian United against Barry Town United. So again, a Cymru South team versus a second tier side versus a top tier side in Barry Town, who give TNS a really good game away from home in Barry. It was a 0-0 draw. TNS failed to get a shot on target in that game, so there'll be an interesting one between those two if they're the two sides that reach the final. But there's a substitution coming for Llandudno. The number 10, Harvey Bennett, is going to be coming on for the captain, Anthony Stevens, who comes off. He gives his armband to Weaver. So Harvey Bennett will come on, number 10. To a lot of the jubilation of the away fans say that the number 10, Bennett, will come on to create some problems for the New Saints. So corner here for TNS. Corner into the back post this time. No one's there though, and they can just watch it straight out for a goal kick. So goal kick here for Llandudno. Cornes wins the first ball. It's back to Josh Daniels as TNS look to spread the play here. He goes up the right wing to Sizlovic. Tries to play the 1-2 with his right back, but it's blocked by Thomas Stevens. Dan Williams pops it back to Sizlovic. Mackay tries to send it over the top towards Sizlovic, but he's pushed too much on it and it goes straight through to Sean Pearson. Harris is signed here for the New Saints as their record signing over summer. Ben Wilson, the centre forward, is warming up after a long time with injury. I wonder if Craig Harrison will look to use that weapon off the bench. Sent forward by Jack Edwards. Loose ball as it's intercepted by Callum Stevens, and now it's with Kieran Smith. Smith spreads it out wide to Foe. Foe at the line to substitution. It's the substitution. Harvey Bennett looking to go one-on-one with Magai. Little Ronaldo chop away from him. Gets it across the box, cleared by Corness. Only as far as Kieran Smith though. Good tackle though from Dan Williams to win it back. He tries to send it long onto the runner Jordan Williams, but Weaver's tracked it all the way and gets it back to his goalkeeper. And he plays it first time into Cartwright. Nadine steps up though to try and continue the press as Weaver has the ball now. Sidlovic will try and close him down. He sends it forward. Bennett's got space though on the left wing as Daniels had stepped forward. Gets back though, the number 7 for TNS. Bennett clips the ball over the top towards Adam Stevens, who looked offside, and he is. Despite an obvious disagreement from the away fans, it was given as an offside. It did look about a yard or so. Now Dan Williams has the ball. Looked like he's being fouled by Kieran Smith. So Ben Clark standing over this free kick and takes it short to Dan Williams. Sent forward to Jordan Williams. He tries to hook it first time towards Sidlovic, but Thomas Stevens intercepts. But then Sean Pearson puts it out for a throw-in as Llandudno look to make another substitution here. The number 8, Mark Cadwallader. So number 8, Mark Cadwallader will come on. Yet to see who on, but Jordan Williams managed to spin his man, hits it first time, and he's just got that shot wrong. For a second, it looked like Jordan Williams was going to score a similar goal to what he did against Penna Bont in the first half of that 6-2 victory. Just dink it over the goalkeeper's head, has taken the shot earlier, but he just doesn't get his angles right, and he'll go out for a goal kick. Pearson sends it forward. Magai gets something on it. Josh Daniels on the second ball. Hooks it to the right wing towards Sidlovic, but Thomas Stevens gets it back to his goalkeeper. He'll just put it back into the midfield. Mayer looks to try to flick it on, but he's flicked it into the path of Jordan Williams. And now TNS have a little bit of space here. Nadine lays it off to Jordan Marshall to put a ball into the box. It's into the back post. Sidlovic jump in. Thomas Stevens wins it, and then Sean Pearson will sweep up. Pearson pumps it forward quickly, and looks like Stevens is trying to beat Harrison Magai to the ball. Magai manages to get in front of him though. Daniels. Ben Clark. To Bodenham. Bodenham onto Corness. Back to Jack Edwards. Edwards back to Corness. As Llandudno still wait to make that sub for Cadwallader to come on. Lovely skill from Marshall, but it's gone out for a throw-in, it looks like. And it'll be a throw-in deep in the TNS half for Llandudno as they're allowed to make that substitution now. The number 17, Joe Foe's going to be coming off for the number 8, Mark Cadwallader. I think I'm getting that pronunciation right. I apologise if I'm not. So just over 20 minutes left of this game. It is still 2-1 to the New Saints. So cleared by the New Saints. Loose ball's going to bounce to Jordan Williams. He brings it down his chest and tries to hook it further. There's no one further forward than him at the moment, so Pearson will just clean it up. I say that, he's put it out, nearly put it out for a throw, and he kind of sold his defender a bit short there, Weaver, but he's managed to keep it in. Corness got a lot of sky blue shirts around him, and it's down the line, but Bodenham's favourite to get there, and he does, but he's forced to put it out for a throw-in right next to the corner flag in the TNS half for Llandudno. So a short throw in here for Callum Stevens. Cartwright will put the ball back into the box. The second ball's going to break though for Pownell, puts the ball back into the box. Harvey Bennett wins the first ball. Jack Edwards is off his line, loses control of it, but it's given us an offside. And it'll be a free kick to the New Saints. Jack Edwards hasn't been the most assured coming off his line. He's missed a few of those, just had a little fumble at that one there, but it was offside the man who challenged him, so we can let him off. Marshall clips it forward. Weaver gets in front of Jordan Williams though and gets it back forward to the run of Harvey Bennett. If he can keep it in, he does, but Bodenham will sweep up. Maguire onto Daniels. Josh Daniels up to Seslovic. Maguire. Daniels. It's given away by Sislovic though. It's such a dangerous place to give away. Into the substitute, Cabalda, into Mayo. Will he get his shot away? Just tries to do too much, and Marshall wins it back and pulls his team out of trouble and sends it forward. And Jordan Williams might get there in front of the goalkeeper. He's favourite, but the goalkeeper eventually does recover. It's like a basketball game at the moment. This is so end to end. Llandudno go from nearly scoring it there in the TNS end to nearly conceding within 10 seconds, but now Harvey Bennett has it on the right wing for Llandudno. Few step overs and Meg's on Jordan Marshall. Lovely skill for the substitute, and he just puts too much on the cross and it'll go out for a throw in on the far side. Throw in by Josh Daniels to Maguire. Maguire puts it up the line. Looks like it's just going to curl back inside. Stevens heads it in. Cadwallader puts it forward into Adam Stevens now, being held up by Maguire. Great strength from Maguire. And he'll see it out for a goal kick. Edwards sends it forward. Stevens wins the first ball. Mayo wins a second. Bennett wins a third, but he's flicked it on straight into Jack Edwards' hands. He plays it short to Marshall. "17 minutes left of this game. Still 2-1 to the New Saints. It's a foul on Josh Daniels from Pownell. I'd be surprised if it doesn't go in the book for that. I don't think he will though. Referee's just going to let it go. It's a very wet and cold Saturday afternoon here at the park. Oh, I'm freezing. It's why we love football though. For games like this, it's been so end to end between the two sides. Llandudno, the second tier side, have put a really good account of themselves against the champions and league leaders of the league above. Sent forward by Harrison Maguire. Just great turn from Jordan Williams. Can he put his team 3-1? He just puts it wide. That could have been the game from Jordan Williams. He chooses to go towards the near post. It was a great little header into his feet by Josh Daniels, and he rolls his man Stevens onto his left foot, and instead of opening his body up, he tries to put it back across himself into the near post, but just drags it wide. That's unlike Jordan Williams, that. Sent forward by Sean Pearson. It's just causing bounces for a few men, but Marshall will get onto it and clear it. Jordan Williams leaning into Weaver. Weaver gets the first ball with Sislovic. Plays it forward onto Dan Williams. He looked offside. Referee says no, though. Williams goes alone. Hits the bar. What an opportunity that is from TNS. It's a great chance. It's a really good strike from Dan Williams. So inventive. Hits the crossbar, but it's not clear yet. Sislovic gets it back into the box. Callum Stevens will clear it. And Cartwright will sweep it further. Bothenham's got to lean into Bennett here. Does well, Bothenham. Now it's with Corness. He can switch it to Josh Daniels. Brings it down on his shoulder. Forward to Sislovic. Great touch from him as well. Tries to play a reverse ball onto Jordan Williams' run. But just go back to that Dan Williams chance. He tries like a Samuel Eto'o-esque finish, just to roll his foot through the ball and dink it over the goalkeeper, and it's so unlucky it just hits the top right side of the crossbar. So close to his second goal of the game and finishing this game off, but it's still 2-1 here. Daniels, Magai, back to Daniels. Into midfield for Dan Williams. Williams got space to turn and pick a pass here. A little drop of the shoulder. Another one there. Beats two men there. Great play from Dan Williams. Now it's with Nadine. Nadine tries to slot it through to Jordan Marshall, but it's a great interception from Callum Stevens. And it goes back to his goalkeeper. Magai heads that clearance back in, but it's sweeped out wide to Adam Stevens. Great first touch from him. Harrison Magai's onto it though. He needs support the number 9 for Llandudno. He gets it from Pownell. He delivers the ball into the back post. It's over Bennett's head though, and it'll go out for a goal kick. Craig Harrison is barking orders at his team. He doesn't sound too pleased with his team's second half performance, but they are winning still for now. TNS is playing a bit of dangerous football beyond their back line, but they've done well to play out. Sislovic looked to be fouled by Thomas Stevens, not given, but it's gone out for a TNS throw in anyway. Jordan Williams looking to hold off Weaver. Daniels tries to play it first time into Williams' feet, but Llandudno clear. Dominic Cornish wins the second ball. Headed into midfield by Williams, but it's cleared by Cartwright. Harrison Magai wins the first ball. Cadwallader wins the second ball, though, for Llandudno, but it's given away by Bennett, and Jack Nadine can drive forward with the ball. Looks like he was fouled. He goes down a little bit easy, though. Referee says no. Now Cartwright has possession on the halfway line for Llandudno. Sent forward by Weaver. Bothenham clears it, but he's swiped at it out for a throw-in for the away side. Stevens now. It's Cartwright. He tries to scoop it on the line, but it's intercepted by Jack Nadine. Great first touch as well from Jordan Williams. He could shoot here. The goalkeeper's in no man's land. Decides not to though. He's got time, but he's taking it a bit wide. Tries to square it. Deflects off Thomas Stevens. Jordan Williams throws the ball wide. Stevens tracking him, and he's done well there, and he's forced back to Jordan Marshall. Marshall again. Into midfield to Dan Williams, who just pops it back to his left back. Indeed, now down the left wing. Looked like the ball had gone out. Lino says no though, but Llandudno have possession back anyway. Sent forward by Stevens into Adam Stevens' feet. Another great first touch from him. Out to Harvey Bennett. Bennett looks to put it through to Cadwallader. His header onto Stevens. He could be in here. The number 9 is brought down. Looks like a penalty. Referee says no. I can't believe that's not been given, I'll be honest. Looked like an absolute stonewall penalty on Adam Stevens. Referee says no though, and we carry on here. I'm in disbelief that hasn't been given as a penalty, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be honest. It looked like Adam Stevens was through and brought down by 2 or 3 players, really. He was just smothered by TNS shirts. But referee says no. And it looked like the referee was going to blow, and he just decided last minute not to, and now TNS are through on goal here. It's a bit wide though. Mayer's got back well, and now there's a lot of Llandudno shirts back. Dan Williams decides to take the shot on himself, and it goes over the bar. And it's going to be a substitution here for the New Saints. Jack Nadine, the first half substitute, is coming off. He's holding his back. I think he's feeling a tackle from previously. And it'll be Rory Holden to come on. Llandudno's bench still seething over the penalty decision, and I'll be honest, I can't see how that wasn't given as a penalty, to be honest. I think it looked like he was just smothered by 2 or 3 TNS men without the ball being won, but the weird thing really is that the referee looked like he was about to blow for the penalty and changed his mind last second, so we carry on. But anyway, we carry on, and there's been a substitution, as I mentioned. Rory Holden has come on for the New Saints for Jack Nadine, the first half substitution. It looked like he's come off through injury. Sent forward by Thomas Stevens onto the run of Harvey Bennett. Brings it down on his chest to try and get away from Josh Daniels. And Josh Daniels does really well. Despite the size difference between the two, he just ushers the bigger man out of play and wins a throw-in. Sidlowicz now. Gives it away, but the loose ball's with Ben Clark, who just breaks the line there for Dan Williams, who hooks it over to Rory Holden down the left wing. Can he keep the ball? And he does. And now TNS have got the pitch. Force back to Jordan Marshall. Cornes with the switch to Sidlowicz. Looks like he misjudged the bounce, though he does, and it goes out for a throw-in. Stevens sends it forward. Clark looks like he got a glance off Ben Clark, and it'll be a Llandudno throw-in. Cadwallader did well just to press him. Seven minutes left here at Park Hall. It is still 2-1 to the New Saints, but the main talking point is going to be, if they win this game, it's going to be whether that was a penalty or not. I'd need to see a replay, but from first glance it looked like a stonewall penalty to Llandudno. But I'd need to see a replay to see why the ref hasn't given it. Adam Stevens to Pownell. Smith will send it into the box. Calder with a great run! But he's offside. Again, to the astonishment of the away fans, who are saying some rather unpleasant things to the linesman. He's given a few offsides for the similar balls in the box from Llandudno. Could it go out wide anyway? Edwards sends this forward. Headed away by Cartwright. Cadwallader flicks it on towards Bennett into Adam Stevens' feet. Clark tracked back well though, and it's back to Jack Edwards again, but Clark's gone down with a head injury from Adam Stevens, and referee stopped it. And Clark staying down here. Looks like he's going to make his way to his feet slowly. His referee's given a foul as well for it. Jack Edwards. He sends it forward. Sizovic tries to flick it on, but Thomas Stevens gets there first. Ben Clark brings it down in midfield, though. Dan Williams, lovely touch. Can he get a shot away? He does, but it's saved by Sean Pearson. It's a great first touch from Dan Williams, though. But it'll give Pearson a chance to pump this ball forward again. Cadwallader jumping and flicks it on. Harrison Mackay's got to get back quickly, but a loose ball could bounce to Callum Stevens. It does. Gets it across the box, but no one's there, and Jack Bodden will clear it. Rory holding on to the second ball. Lovely little Cruyff turn inside to get away from Cartwright. And he plays it back to Dom Corness. He hooks it up the line, but no one's there. And Sean Pearson will collect it and play it first time to Weaver. Weaver onto Thomas Stevens. Stevens out to Pownell. On his chest. Into Harvey Bennett's feet. Bennett, lovely little reverse step over to keep the possession. Thomas Stevens now. You see a through ball to Cadwallader, if you can see it, into Harvey Bennett's feet. He'll look for a shot from distance. Good save from Jack Edwards. And Sizlovic hooks it up the line, but only as far as Kieran Smith now. Llandudno continue to come forward. He pumps it into the back post. Headed down by Stevens. Bennett asking for a foul. He's not going to get that, though. Just a little bit of desperate play from Llandudno. Last 4 minutes of this game plus added time. Sizlovic to Dan Williams. Williams being pressed by Smith. Tried to send it forward. Stevens gets something on the ball. But it's given as offside. There's going to be a substitution here for Llandudno. The number 15, Dylan Proctor's coming on for the number 6, who has been captain since the Anthony Stevens went off. Ross Weaver's coming off. So Proctor comes on, the number 15, just looking for attacking changes, whereas TNS make a change here themselves. The number 4, Dominic Corness, is coming off for the number 12, Harvey Godsmart Ford. Just looks like TNS are trying to see this game out now, bringing a central defender on. So changes that show where the two mentalities of the sides are at the end of this game. TNS trying to see it out. Llandudno desperately think they can get back into this game. Pearson will pump it forward. Harvey Godsmart forward straight in the action with a header and a good tackle, but it bounces to Mayer. He can spread the play out wide to Callum Stevens. Stevens trying to cut in and out of Marshall. Gets his shot away and it's right over the bar. It's safety for Jack Edwards. Jack Edwards sends it forward, looking for the run of Rory Holden. He's found him. Great ball from Jack Edwards again. His distribution has been brilliant today. And it looks like Callum Stevens has put it out for a TNS throw, and he has. Looks like Godsmart Ford is just going to play in as like the holding midfielder role. We know he can do it. He plays centre half, right back and holding midfield, so he's just going to sit in front of the two TNS defenders. I think he's just going to man mark the number 8, Cadwallader, who's caused some issues since he's come on. Marshall's throw in, headed forward by Mayer. Proctor tries to keep it in, which he does in the end, and he gets it forward. Bennett brings it down to Adam Stevens. Great play from Llandudno. Stevens out wide to Cadwallader, followed by Harvey Godsmart Ford. Good tackle from Harvey Godsmart Ford as well to put it out for a throw in. Stevens throws it back to Sean Pearson. Now with Cartwright. Cartwright sends it forward to Cadwallader. He tries to flick it on. Josh Daniels eventually manages to head it back to his goalkeeper. Good play from him. Now it's back with Jack Edwards. Edwards' goal kick. Kieran Smith underneath that though. He'll send it forward first time towards Adam Stevens. Good interception from Harrison Mackay. Josh Daniels plays it against Pownell. Good play from him, and now they've won a throw in TNS. Josh Daniels throw in. Headed forward by Llandudno. Ben Clark picks a loose ball. A little Cruyff turn midfield as well. 5 minutes added on at the end of this game. Sizlovic now on the right wing, right on the byline. Josh Daniels asking for it back. He gets it as well. Will TNS go for the third goal, or will they try and see this game out? Rory Holden. Touch. Gets a shot away with his left foot, and it's just always curling wide. So it'll be a goal kick for Llandudno. So sent forward again by Pearson. Adam Stevens plays it over the top looking for Harvey Bennett. Harrison Mackay's got time to head it back to his goalkeeper though. Edwards will send it forward. Long ball. Jordan Williams, great first touch. But Cartwright will win it. He'll battle though, Jordan Williams, and he gives the foul away eventually. And Llandudno have another chance to pump this ball forward. So Mayer's ball over the top. Stevens wins the first ball and he's offside. Good line from TNS, good defensive line. So Jack Edwards sends it forward. Stevens wins the first ball. Sizlovic will usher it out for a TNS throw-in. Good play from the captain. Josh Daniels just lets the ball go past him. Just so you can see, smart player Josh Daniels, just taking a few seconds off the clock. Williams tries to pop it back to Josh Daniels, and he does. Back to Williams. It's won by Llandudno, but hook back down the line to Godsmark Ford into Dan Williams' feet, and he'll take it to the corner here. Mayer leaning into him. Llandudno eventually look to win the ball back, and the foul's been given against Dan Williams, and Llandudno can send it forward. Flicked on by Cadwallader. Flicked further by Bennett, but Jack Edwards will just see it through to his hands slowly. Good goalkeeping again from him. He's been solid. Sent forward by him again. Williams flicks it on for Sizlovic, and he looks to be through it. It's a ball into the back post if you can see it. Rory Holden at the back post has time. Can he finish this game? It's a great save from Sean Pearson. TNS so close to putting this game to bed. But it's 90+4 now. That might have been the last chance of the game. TNS have a corner here, and they'll be in no rush to take it at all. You just see they've not sent anyone forward either, TNS. They'll just put it in the corner. So now it's a goal kick for Llandudno. This might be their last chance to pump this forward. Cadwallader flicks it on. Botham wins the second ball. Holden flicks it forward to Sislovic. He'll look to drive into the corner now and use his experience. Been tracked by Mayer all the way. Sislovic plays it against him, but it stayed in play, and now Llanov the ball back again. Sent forward. Proctor to Cadwallader. Botham wins the second ball though. Sent back forward by Llandudno. Mackay's got to deal with Adam Stevens here. Gets it on to Harvey Bennett. Is there one last chance? Gets it across the box. It's going to bounce to Cromwell. Gets a shot away. He's at the post. It's unbelievable into the game. And that is the final whistle. TNS are through to the Nathaniel MG Cup final. A very late scare. Cromwell hitting the post with the last kick of the game. But that is the end, thanks to goals from Jordan Williams and Dan Williams in the first half. A scare from Callum Stevenson early in the second. It finishes 2-1 to the New Saints. They are through to the Nathaniel MG Cup final. Wasn't their best performance of the season by any doubt, and so much credit goes to the leaders of the JD Cymru North, Llandudno FC. What a fight from them, what a battle, what a fantastic game of football on this Saturday evening it's been. But the league leaders in the Cymru Premier, the holders of this competition, are back to the final once again. So, TNS are now back in action on Tuesday away at Britain Ferry, back to league action, and we'll find out later on this afternoon who they'll be playing in the final of the Nathaniel MG Cup. Will it be Barry Town or Cambrian United? We'll wait and see, but that is all from me this afternoon. I hope everybody has a lovely Saturday evening, and I will see you all on Tuesday.
Against all the odds. Celebrations out on the pitch.
So don't be down and don't be in distress. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight, tonight.
It's there! Against all the odds. Celebrations out on the pitch.
And yeah, it's white and green, you know what I mean. And maybe the time is right for us to back our team. And maybe it's time for you all to know all of the places we plan to go. And when our future comes to pass, you know we've got the strength to last. And when the old boys shout out loud, heads held high and they stand so proud. And when the bells all ring and the boys all sing for the lads as they take the crown. So don't be down and don't be in distress. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight, tonight.
And what a beautiful sight I've just seen.
And yeah, it's Champions League, and you know what we need. And maybe the time is right for us to find our dreams. And maybe it's time for you all to know all of the places we plan to go.